And now we're coming to my favourite part of the wedding planning, the cake tasting. We've got Ange from Sweet Bites who's joining me today. Ange, tell me a bit about what got you into cakes.
Hi Annette, thanks for having us. The thing I think I love about cakes and making cakes is that every week it's something else. Like, we always get to create something really awesome, depending on what the customer wants. It's never monotone, it's never boring. We're always doing something different. We're creating new trends, we're finding new styles, new techniques, so it's always interesting, it's never boring. One of the favourite things for me is when we give the customers their cakes and we see their faces and like they light up and they're like just so ecstatic. We've had tears and like little boys wetting themselves and all kinds of stuff. So it's been that makes it for me, like making people's day when they see their cake.
And tell me a bit about what you've got here on display. Obviously you must use all kinds of different finishing touches, because in summer it's hot and in the winter time you can do probably a little bit more. Tell me about what I'm seeing here.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got a whole range of different colours, techniques, textures represented here. So we've got a couple of ganache cakes here, these kind of finishes, and then at the back here like a fondant finish, which is, you know, a little bit more temperature resistant than the ganache or buttercream finishes. This one over here is
It's
fondant
amazing
as well.
what you've done there. Like you're taking the cake almost apart with that one. So
yeah.
So you got difference there?
Very moody as well. Dry flowers, metallics, and rich deep colours. Super trendy this season. And then topping it off with a custom-made topper, really brings it together, I think.
And the cake toppers, is that something that you arrange for a couple, or is that something that they do themselves?
Absolutely. So we can have them made for the couple. We can match the fonts to their stationery if they've used something in their invites, or if they've created some kind of emblem. We can incorporate that all into the topper as well. Or alternatively, if the customer, the client has made something, they can supply them to us.
Now, the thing I love the most about your cakes is when we actually go to cut them up and serve them out to guests. We see all kinds of cakes come to this venue. Your cakes, when we cut through them and slice through them, and you can even see this with the samples right now, they keep their shape. They're so moist and rich. They're not crumbly, they're not going to fall apart. They display so beautifully for us after we've actually cut them as well. So not only do they look attractive this way, but when you're about to eat them, they look just as good.
Yeah, absolutely. So those are our mud cakes, and we usually recommend mud cakes for weddings because they do portion up really nicely, and you'll often have the cake as finger food. They're a little bit of labour of love. We've got so many flavours, and we're always adding to our flavour range as well. So there's something for everyone, for sure.
Is there anything that you would like to say to couples to really think about when it comes time to planning the cake that they mustn't miss out on?
Well, definitely coming in for a consult and trying cake. You have to come in and try the cake. I mean, that's the main thing. But then also maybe bringing in a little bit of your personality if you wanted to in the cake. There's heaps of ways that we can do that, and then we can match the cake to really fit in with the style, the feel that you're going for at the wedding. So yeah, just come in for a consult and we can talk about all of it.
Excellent. Well, thank you again, Ange, for coming. I really appreciate it, and I so enjoy the cake tastings. That's got to be the highlight of everyone's wedding planning. Yeah. So thank you again for coming in.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us. It's always a pleasure.